Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is almost 5 o'clock in the morning. It's a little bit after. I got up early to watch the reveal of the new Chrysler Halcyon Concept. This is a new concept car from Chrysler showcasing the design language that the brand will use going forward into an all-EV portfolio by 2027. Or 2028, I'm sorry. I was kind of confused by this unveiling. Recently, Stellantis said that they are not participating in North American auto shows, meaning, or at least in the U.S., because of money lost during the UAW strike and all this other stuff. They need to recuperate their cost. That doesn't bother me. But when you have a platform, a social media platform that they used during COVID to showcase vehicles, they actually released them at a decent time where people could actually watch. This reveal is at 5:01 a.m. That makes no sense to me. I would figure, hey, 9 o'clock, we're going to release something. Maybe they wanted to hit people before they went to work. I don't know. I don't think the broad base of Chrysler customers is going to watch something at 5 o'clock in the morning. I think this unveiling was kind of confusing to a lot of people. I think they're missing out on a huge opportunity for the car. Considering the Chicago Auto Show was this past weekend, there wasn't a whole lot of auto manufacturers there, and this car would have stole the show if it showed up because there was no big concept cars. There was a couple unveilings there. So I don't get it. But I figure we can take and watch some of the video, talk about the car, and yeah, let's take a look at what Chrysler has in store for us.
Hello, and welcome to the Kellogg Doolittle Estate in Joshua Tree, California. We thought this was a fitting spot to share the next chapter of the Chrysler brand evolution with the world. This architectural masterpiece complements the future ethos of the Chrysler brand, harmony in motion. It pushes the creative and innovative boundaries without losing touch with its roots. It respects the legacy of world-renowned architects while gravitating toward the philosophy that fueled them. Forever look forward, deliver excitement and wonder, and create something original, something remarkable that's breathtaking both today and tomorrow. From this incredible piece of American architecture on the border of one of our most beautiful national parks, we're reminded that great design is even greater when it lives in harmony with the earth and integrates seamlessly with your life. What we're going to share with you today is both a peek at the future direction of our brand and a key moment in our brand's revitalization. It is a strategic and innovative revolution for a legendary American brand that's been an icon for 100 years. Recently, we celebrated the 40th anniversary of the minivan. From the moment we invented this new segment, we have been dedicated to delivering versatile and design-forward mobility. The philosophy is Chrysler has always put people first, innovating for the sake of our drivers and passengers, and
All right, I'm just going to stop it right there. First of all, Stellantis has always, and Chrysler before it, has always done the reveals, and they have to talk about their brand heritage. Okay? This cracks me up because she's talking about the brand heritage, Chris Fuel here, and this whole movement to EVs is they're moving away from this and moving to the future. So I don't understand why the heritage aspect is so big if they're moving into a totally different direction. I'm just going to skip forward because I find this stuff kind of, I don't know, annoying in a way. Because every press conference always has, we got to talk about sales figures and how good the brand is doing. I could care less. I want to see the product. So let's go back and watch the unveiling.
before. Once again, this is the Chrysler Halcyon Concept. For our drivers and passengers, it delivers harmony in motion. and a level of serenity deserving of the Halcyon name. From the new Stellantis created technology suites, it delivers integrated systems with Stella Brain, Smart Cockpit, and Auto Drive. The Halcyon has created an interface and functionality that feels totally intuitive. An advanced interior designed to complement the futuristic exterior.
All right. This car gets me kind of frustrated. Right off the bat, we see that the Halcyon is, yeah, it looks revolutionary for a Chrysler product, but it looks like a mix. It looks like a sedan version of a McLaren Speedtail, or hell, it even looks like the Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor from the 80s from the movie Wrath. It doesn't really look like a Chrysler. If you're talking about heritage and stuff and you want to build up on all this like traditional like history, it doesn't look anything like a Chrysler. So I'll give them that. Okay, let's say they're moving revolutionary. I do like the wheels on it. It looks boring. It doesn't look exciting. It's very sleek. It looks like a typical. It looks like if somebody said, "Hey, we have to design a electric car for aerodynamics. This is the kind of car you would design." Another thing that gets me is I can already tell that Stellantis or Chris Fuel. And nothing against her. She comes from Honeywell. She has a good managerial, or she was a good manager there and whatnot, but I feel like she doesn't get the brand. I'm so sick and tired of these EVs trying to push off, oh, we're doing it for the, for the earth, and we have to show about beauty and preserve the earth. No, let's just talk about the nitty gritty. Let's talk about function, capability, and how this car is going to be better than an internal combustion engine. For the cost of EVs, this makes no sense to me, because no one can afford electric vehicles. We're already seeing a pushback here in the U.S. about different electric vehicles. I mean, Ford can't sell a Mach-E, Mustang Mach-E crossover. Dealers won't even take inventory on them because they can't sell the ones they got. Ford F-150 Lightnings are slowly backing up on lots. Nobody wants those. There's a lack of a charging infrastructure here. I want to see why a vehicle like this will benefit me, not the environment, but how is this going to benefit my pocket? What am I going to get? And I feel like these CEOs of these companies are trying to push this government agenda about, we got to help the environment. I hate to say this, but the Earth's been here for how many millions of years? The CO2 and stuff in the air is not going to kill the Earth off anytime soon. I don't get it. I don't understand. So I want to see benefits of cost, where this vehicle, what the range is and all that. And they're just going around about how design is. The design looks boring to me. It's a concept car. None of this will come to production, where the airflow looked production ready. It had like a production looking steering wheel. This car, even if you look at, they just showed a clip of the interior. Okay, I like the wheels. The wheels are sharp. They kind of remind me of the Chrysler Portal. But they just showed us an interior picture, if I can find it, of the dash. Oh, let me see here. I don't know. They showed us a picture of the dash, but let's take and watch a little bit more. I think it's one of those minimalistic electric vehicles. I can't stand Tesla's Model 3 and Model Y. I hate having a tablet on the screen, and that's it. So let's take a look. Hold on here.
The exterior represents our future-forward contemporary design with a continuously flowing glass canopy surrounding the driver and passengers, uninterrupted without a B-pillar. We're following the form of flawless aerodynamics for remarkable efficiency, while creating a form that makes a statement all on its own. Halcyon imagines a cleaner future with sustainable and recyclable materials for the exterior and interior. 95% of this vehicle's materials are sustainable, delivering harmony with the planet we all call home. Our commitment to a cleaner process starts with the exterior finish, as we use a highly durable film instead of paint on the interior door end caps. We've integrated a 100%.
And see, this is what I'm talking about. I could care less about these paint film technologies and all this stuff about saving the environment. Everything's about saving the environment. What about saving like money on cost of like range and like how an electric vehicle will actually benefit you, not just benefit the environment. I hate these like sales pitches. They drive me nuts. So let's continue on, but I'm going to probably fast forward here if she keeps going on about it.
Recycled composite material into the interior made from post-consumer CDs. Now, can you imagine this? You have a weekend getaway to Las Vegas, and the Chrysler Halcyon has the road trip all mapped out for you with smart trip planning. Using its fully AI-enabled predictive technology, Halcyon has preconditioned the vehicle by analyzing the weather, surrounding traffic, and driver preferences before your journey even begins. As you approach the Halcyon, it welcomes you with biometric recognition that enables a welcome mode that opens the doors, raises the vehicle with its air suspension, pivots the front seat, and activates the exterior lighting to a red carpet-like entrance.
Okay. Here we go on useless technologies that we don't need in cars right now. You look at the Grand Wagoneer. When you walk up to it, the lights kind of do their own thing and welcome you to the vehicle. That's fine. I do like the fact that when you walk up to the vehicle, it recognizes, like, let's say your smartphone or whatever, and unlocks the doors. That's kind of touchy. I mean, if you're a woman in a dark parking lot and you're 10 feet away from your car and it lights up, which is fine, but it unlocks your doors before you even get to it, I don't know if I would like that if my wife was driving something like that. I do like how the seats will pivot. That's something that's an old technology that needs to come back in the cars. It makes it easier for like the elderly or handicapped to get into the vehicles. I would love to see that back. But I'm so sick and tired of this smart technology where she just said that if you go to plan a trip to LA and the car will plan it out for you. Okay, you still have to input where you're going on your cell phone. And it sounds like more work. I want to just get in the damn thing and drive. I can get in, type a location on my phone, plug it into Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and it comes up on the screen, tells me what time I'm going to be there and whatever. I don't understand why we have to do more work for a technology appearance. Like, oh, it's full of tech. Okay, we still got to type that stuff in. Why not just do it when we're getting in the car? It makes no sense to me. But let's continue on.
So you can load your bags and get comfortable for the ride. Using the advanced technology of the Stella Brain and Smart Cockpit, Halcyon creates a personalized driving experience. As you gear up for the road trip, you can rest easy knowing that our software serves as both a co-pilot and a concierge. The smart...
Okay. So we're looking at the interior right now, and I can already see it's a tablet. I hate tablets. I also see that if you look at the top left of the screen, the tablet is also the drive selector. We see this with Tesla right now. I think it's stupid. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. 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 I think it's stupid I don't care if it's got a rotary knob, which I don't really like. I like having a physical thing where I can shift the car. I don't want it to rely on everything in the interior on a tablet. That tablet breaks, you are screwed. Tesla says, oh yeah, if the tablet breaks, we have physical buttons, or not physical, but they're like a pad up on top of the roof. So, I mean, they've thought about that. But to me, I want to have an interior. If this is a so-called Stella cockpit, a smart cockpit, I want something like, I want information in front of me, not like in the middle of the car where I have to take my eyes off the road. I understand that this is going to be like a self-driving car as well, but I could care less about self-driving cars. I think self-driving cars have their own niche for like the elderly or somebody who's, visually impaired. I think those have great like promises for those people. But I'm a person who enjoys driving. I don't care if I'm exhausted or what. Sometimes it's nice to put on cruise control, or like if you have like an autonomous car for the highway, that's great. Kind of lets you relax a little bit, but you still got to keep your hands on the steering wheel in that. I don't like the fact that all this technology is coming in. It's making the cars way more expensive. I don't like the fact that it's making the cars look minimalistic. If I'm paying let's say $100,000 for a car, I want it to have features. I don't want it to have just one stupid screen. I think that's one of the things I hate about the Tesla Cybertruck so much. You get into the interior on it, and there's nothing there. It's just a dash and a tablet. And to me, that just doesn't appeal. It doesn't justify the cost. I want features. I mean, I want physical buttons. I don't want to rely on a tablet. And I think these tablet things are getting out of control. I think it's their way of cheaping out, or basically producing vehicles cheaper, because they don't have to put physical buttons in them. And I don't see why people are like allowing them to do this stuff. I know a lot of people hate this tablet stuff, but they don't complain. We can see right here the steering wheel. It looks all right. So it looks like it's like the Cybertruck. It's drive-by-wire. So I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Planes use drive-by or fly-by-wire. I don't have a problem with that. But the steering wheel looks stupid. I'm a person who likes a flat-bottom steering wheel, rounded on the top. I'm a driver. That does not appeal to me. This car does not appeal to me at all. And I don't think it will appeal to a lot of people out there. I do like the fabric. If you look at this picture, I do like the fabric that goes around the outside. Kind of reminds me of 90s Chrysler vehicles, like, the Dodge Neon and the Dodge Ram and Durango and stuff. When you got into them, they had like carpeting on the doors, which I actually love rather than leather. It was easy to take care of, felt nice on your hands when you rested them on the doors and stuff. I like that. Other than that, this car does not appeal to me. It just looks boring. So let's continue on.
It features a stowable 15.6-inch center console screen that can be used in a portrait or landscape mode.
Okay, there it is. There's the gear shifter select right there. See, I hate that. Work on your smartphone before you get in your car. Get in your car and use a giant smartphone. It makes no sense.
Touchscreen is made to be touched. This system is also voice command ready. So say your favorite song, hear your favorite song. Like a concierge, always at the ready.
This isn't new. I have this on my 2018 Dodge Durango. I press a button and tell it what to do. It's nothing different.
Reacts to your requests. Cooler cabin, warmer cabin. Halcyon can also anticipate customer needs based on preferences and history. With its Stella AutoDrive Level 4 autonomy, you and your passengers can relax during its fully autonomous drive, utilizing...
Fully autonomous driving is going to be interesting in the future, mainly because I would like to see where this is going with people who decide, hey, I'm going to go out to the bar and get wasted and then get my electric self-driving car and drive home. It's going to be kind of interesting how the laws go about this.
Full cabin by activating the rear stow and go seating. This allows you and your passengers to enjoy an incredible...
She just said rear stow-and-go seating on a sedan. That's kind of cool.
Lounge-like experience. The vehicle also showcases innovative active aero solutions to reduce drag and extend range. Halcyon boasts
Okay, that rear spoiler that is made up of the taillight is actually pretty cool. However, I see that being a very costly part if you get rear-ended.
Halcyon boasts extensive safety features such as adaptive LED headlights that illuminate the road no matter how winding. As you're enjoying your road trip to the city, the Halcyon...
There's that steering wheel I told you it would probably fold out. See? They showed off something like that on the Portal concept. This one looks like it's more evolved, but I do not like the shape of the steering wheel. I'm one of those people who hold the steering wheel up on the top, like at about 11 o'clock position with one hand. This steering wheel looks totally non-inspiring to me.
Heads-up display connects you to the world inside and outside the car too. The augmented reality feature makes objects in your surroundings perfectly clear, such as bikers and people nearby or animals crossing the road at night. It also connects you far beyond your surroundings by projecting video.
Okay, so it's going to pop up stuff on the screen. It wants me to look at the middle of the screen. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at how these people are looking at this person video chatting with them. Okay. First of all, it's illegal in at least the state of Michigan if you have a, in most states actually, if you have a screen in the front seat that is distracting you, like a television screen playing videos and stuff. This does that for the driver. And you can see she's not driving. She's driving autonomously. But still, I mean, when is if something... I still don't trust all the features of autonomous driving. There's certain roads where you can't use level 3 driving because it can't, like, there's no lines on the road and stuff like that. This stuff is so far out there. It's kind of funny because they promote, like, oh, this car is, saves the earth and it's so technologically, advanced because you can... talk to people on the windshield. Okay, that windshield gets cracked. You're gonna be paying a lot more money for this stuff. Maybe it's just me. I'm thinking reasonably here. I'm trying to think of like how is the normal person gonna be able to afford all this technology? I mean, it's cool ideas. It's a concept car, but I don't see it happening. Like I find it kind of stupid that instead of building a safer car or it's just something that's, more affordable with the technologies. They have to go into all these gimmicks, and I hate that. But yeah, I mean, it's just, they're nothing but gimmicks.
And sharing pop-ups of memories from geotagged photos, so you can chat with your friends along the way.
Okay. My kids are always on their phones to begin with in the back seat. I doubt we're going to have geotagged photos. I don't want everybody to know where I was to begin with. But the whole point is I turned geotagging off on my cell phone. Geotagged photos. Oh, hey guys, we were there. Remember this and this and this? The kids don't care about that stuff. They want to watch entertainment. They don't care about the actual car ride. And this stuff just cracks me up. It's stupid gimmicks.
Heads-up display can map constellations in the night sky, even as you're driving.
Okay, more distractions. Makes no sense.
Taking stargazing to a whole new level. And if you thought your road trip couldn't get any better, the augmented reality heads-up display can also enable a tour guide feature to learn more about the area you're in, so you can make scenic stops along the way without the...
See, now that's kind of cool. I do like the fact that if you're driving somewhere on a road trip and you want to know more about the area, you can press a button and kind of find more about it. I wouldn't mind like the car telling me about it, but I don't need pop-ups all over the windshield and the side screens and stuff. That's stupid.
With Halcyon, charging and range will never be an issue with its unlimited miles of range, thanks to dynamic inductive charging, which allows for charging via non-contact transfer even while underway. Before you know it, you'll be a...
This is the biggest gimmick that I have ever seen with electric vehicles. Okay? Here in Michigan, our governor just spent a ton of money on putting a mile of road in that has inductive charging. Now, if you're not familiar with Michigan, Michigan has some of the worst roads possible. We do not enforce, well, they're supposed to enforce, but we do not really enforce weight limits on trucks. And our roads are terrible. Potholes everywhere. We have terrible winters, and we scratch up our roads with snow plows and stuff and rip huge chunks out of it. These inductive charging roads will not last and will be a total waste of money for the normal citizen. To me, it's pipe dreams that this stuff will ever happen. Okay, they're in a tunnel right now with inductive charging. Okay, they said they're going to Las Vegas or from Joshua Tree to Los Angeles. I don't know many long tunnels that have inductive charging on them. This is all concept stuff. Inductive charging will be great when you can pull into your garage and it automatically starts charging because there's a thing that you put on the floor, so you don't have to plug anything in. So if my wife is forgetful, she forgets to plug her electric vehicle in, she can make it to work the next day because it automatically charges itself. We use inductive charging all the time with our cell phones, but with these roads, there's no way. I don't even predict in my lifetime that they're going to have roads that will do this, that will last. This will be a waste of money. I would rather go to a gas station, put fuel in the car, and just drive. It makes no sense.
Approaching your destination and embracing the city lights that surround you with the uninterrupted flowing glass canopy design of the Chrysler Halcyon. As you reach your stop, unload your bags, and get ready for the adventure ahead. The Halcyon will enable valet mode and locate a wireless parking spot so you waste no time getting to where you want to go.
A wireless parking spot. Let's do away with valet drivers. More jobs. This technology stuff just cracks me up because we have automated McDonald's now where there's one person working in the store. We don't need people to show up for work. It boggles my mind. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
You for wherever the next adventure takes you. When was the last time you got into a vehicle without knowing where you needed to be? Where stunning design and sophisticated autonomous driving is deployed, not to follow just...
Okay. When was the last time you got into a vehicle and wanted to enjoy a drive with an autonomous vehicle? Nobody. People who want to actually drive somewhere get in the car to drive to relax. That's what I do. I get in my car, my Chrysler 300. I drive on the weekends to anywhere. I just go for a ride. That's the whole point. I don't want to have a car drive me around. That makes no sense. People who buy cars... This is another thing that cracks me up. A couple years ago, they were talking about millennials on how they don't want to own cars. Okay? The people who want to own cars want to drive them. There's some people who don't. I get it. That's... Autonomous, cars are great for them. But for the most part, people want to get in their car and not be hassled with all this stuff. This car is going to be able to trace you where you go. It's going to take and, basically do everything for you. Okay, that makes no sense. I don't see technology anywhere near this anytime soon. And this is why I say this car cracks me up. I think it's a waste of money for the Chrysler brand. I think this is nothing but pipe dreams. And I understand it's a concept car and that's the whole premise of them. But when you have one product in your portfolio, and you were promising people, we're going to have cars. 2025 is around the corner. We're already in February. They need product. Chrysler has been lacking product. They've been ever since what? 2011. 2011. They've been basically a 3-car brand, and then for the last, 4 or 5 years, they've been a 2-car brand. I mean, they get technical when they say we have, a Chrysler Voyager minivan on top of the Pacifica in a Chrysler Grand Caravan for the brand when it's in Canada, but it makes no sense to me.
Routes and roads, but your heart and soul. As Chrysler continues to evolve its technology and engineering innovations, we continue to remain on track to deliver our first groundbreaking battery electric vehicle in 2025, with Harmony in Motion as our catalyst toward the future.
Okay. So, Harmony in Motion, this whole new design language, I'm not a huge fan of it. It looks boring to me. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. I think this concept just is very bleak. I think it's not. I think it looks like everything else somebody would design. That's why I was excited about. Let me go back here. I was excited about the airflow graphite concept when I seen it. If I go on here, let me see. Right here. And this is the funny part about these brands. Look at that interior. That is a smart cockpit. You got screens everywhere, physical buttons on the steering wheel, a rounded steering wheel. You don't have you have a bunch of tablets, yeah, but that looks like a Grand Wagoneer. It's got the passenger side, screen. It's got a normal screen. It's got a screen for your seats and stuff. I would rather change the screen out below, but this is all the same tech that was already in the Grand Wagoneer. So this to me was production ready. So I'm not going to watch this whole thing, but I want to just show you. This car had inductive charging. It's not based on all pipe dreams. It is actually attractive. When you compare it to a Tesla Model X, it looks really good. Let's turn the volume down here. But I mean, look at that thing. It was sleek. It was stylish. It looked really good in that, like, I wouldn't say it was like black with metallic and kind of like a gray hue to it, but it looked really good. And it looks like a conventional vehicle. Yeah, the front's a little boring, but it actually, when you compare it to other electric vehicles, it actually looked pretty good. It kind of is hard to see with a black background. But this was a car that unveiled the new logo. It looked promising. It has Brembo brakes, which is funny because if you look at the Halcyon, it actually uses Willwood brakes. But look at this thing. I mean, it looked production ready. It looked way production ready compared to what we just seen from the Halcyon. And they scrapped it. They spent tons of money on this thing, and they scrapped it. To me, it was a waste. They would have sold a ton of these. Now, I hope to God when their new crossover comes out that it's going to be better than this. If it looks super futuristic, no one's going to buy it. I want electric vehicles that look like their ICE counterparts. I don't want something that looks super futuristic. I want something that looks nice and sleek. This has kind of that jelly bean kind of shape that we are used to with Chrysler because, aerodynamics. And, it looks good. I mean, the wheel design looks really good. Look at the overall shape of it. It looks fine compared to a Model X. It looks just as good, if not better, and it looks like a Chrysler. So I don't get why they're scrapping this vehicle when they spent so much money into it. It just boggles my mind. Chrysler still is trying to find its identity, and hopefully it will have one after this concept car. If it doesn't, I don't know. I'm really worried about the brand. When I first seen the Airflow and was around both versions of it and seen this one multiple times, I had promise in the brand. I thought, man, they know what they're doing. They're going to be right on par where they should be for an electric vehicle. And now they've scrapped this. So it makes no sense to me. But leave your comments below. I'd like to see what you guys think of this new vehicle. I'm sorry for rambling for so long, but it kind of irks me as a Chrysler fan to see what's happened to the brand over the last decade. And I don't know, maybe I'm just tired because it's, early in the morning, or maybe I'm just ranting. But leave your comments below. Tell me what you think of this new Halcyon concept and what you think of the Airflow concept. Which one do you like better? What design language do you like better? So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.